This week on Adventist News Network, why Jamaican Adventists are marching in the streets.
ADRA responds to Thailand's worst flooding in 50 years.
And an Adventist youth leader responds to a study on why young people leave the church.
These stories and more coming up.
Welcome to Adventist News Network, a service of the Seventh-day Adventist World Church. Thanks for joining us.
First this week, hundreds of Adventists from across Jamaica recently marched through the city of Ocho Rios. They came out to support Enditnow, the church's global campaign to end violence against women and girls. It's a joint partnership between ADRA and women's ministries. Human rights organizations estimate that 1 out of every 3 women globally will be abused during her lifetime. World Church Women's Ministries Director Heather Dawn Small marched alongside Jamaicans to raise awareness. She urged Adventists worldwide to remember that silence about abuse only enables abusers. To end corporate silence, the World Church is gathering 1 million signatures to send to the United Nations as a public stand against domestic abuse. So far, more than 600,000 people have showed their support. You can sign the petition at enditnow.org.
Adventist-run Fulton College in Fiji is moving after a legal dispute with traditional landowners. Dozens of Adventists recently gathered to witness the official groundbreaking for the college's new site near Nadi on the western coast of Fiji. Construction of the new campus, however, began months ago. Already, dormitories are taking shape. Fulton College was established in 1940 near the country's capital, Suva. Church officials say the new location is ideal.
The Adventist Development and Relief Agency is responding to the worst flooding Thailand has seen in half a century. More than a third of the Southeast Asian country is currently flooded in the wake of heavy monsoon rains. Tens of thousands of Bangkok residents are fleeing the capital ahead of waist-high water. ADRA is distributing thousands of emergency care packages. These packages include food staples, drinking water, and medicines. ADRA is also providing cases of water to families stranded without electricity or supplies. Adventists in Thailand say the church's university, located on a higher elevation outside of Bangkok, is safe from floodwaters. However, Adventist schools, churches, and a hospital are still in danger of flooding. Reports indicate that some Adventist churches are already flooded.
Balancing family and work responsibilities is an ongoing challenge for many Adventist pastors. In Inter-America, some pastors oversee as many as a dozen or more churches. Recently, they saved travel time by holding their ministerial council virtually for the first time. Some 3,000 pastors and chaplains gathered around video screens across the region. They brainstormed ways to motivate church members to pray and study their Bibles. During a question and answer session, pastors shared their concerns and encouraged each other. Regional Church President Israel Leto urged pastors not to neglect family time despite their busy ministry schedules. He also encouraged pastors to minister to each other rather than face challenges alone.
An Adventist hospital in Germany is earning recognition. The results of a recent patient survey by the country's National Health Services ranks Waldfriede Hospital among Berlin's top hospitals for patient satisfaction. The report said patients were impressed by how much time doctors and nurses spent responding to their concerns. Waldfriede was established in 1920 and serves as a teaching hospital.
9 missionary families were dedicated recently before they head to Mongolia, Russia, Uzbekistan, and Thailand. They are part of the Pioneer Mission Movement based in the church's Northern Asia-Pacific region. These missionaries plant and support churches in the areas of the world without strong pastoral leadership. Ted Wilson attended the dedication ceremony. The Adventist World Church leader was in South Korea for church business meetings. Wilson told the departing missionaries to follow Paul's example in the Bible. The New Testament apostle compared sharing his faith to running a race that requires endurance.
More than half of young Christians disconnect from church life after age 15. Some leave permanently. Others return to raise their families in the church. A recent Barna Group study cites 6 reasons why young people leave the church. The 5-year study is based on data collected from teenagers, young adults, parents, and pastors. Researchers say that no single reason explains why some young people abandon their childhood faith. There are several contributing factors, however. Respondents told Barna that they sometimes feel judged in the church. They also said that some churches seemed unfriendly toward those who have doubts about their faith. Others reported experiencing a shallow form of Christianity in their church. Now, joining us here in the studio is Gilbert Kanji. He heads up youth ministries for the Adventist World Church. Gilbert, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Now, what lessons can we take away from this study?
I think there's a lot to learn from this study, John. This study is being conducted in the context of major changes in our cultural, sociological, generational world. And we cannot today simply attribute the disengagement of our young people as just them testing the boundaries and they come around later. I think this disengagement is likely to last simply because of the major cultural and sociological changes in our society today.
Gilbert, what is the Adventist Church doing to tailor ministry for young people?
We have a good tradition, Foneta, in youth ministry for the lower age group. We've got a good structure for adventurers, for pathfinders, but there's no guarantee that beyond that, there's a good structure to embrace young adults. And the comment often is made that sometimes that faith can be shallow in that age group as well, that we have informed, conformed, but not necessarily transformed young people. So we think we must go deeper and engage the whole community in creating space for young adults and providing the kind of structures that would assist them in their faith journey as well.
Now, when a young person expresses some doubt about their faith, how should the church respond?
The church needs to listen. Faith is a journey. And a part of that journey involves doubt, questioning, and sometimes rebelling. And so there is a ministry that is being coined at the moment, the ministry of accompaniment. We need to journey, we need to accompany. We cannot do ministry, youth ministry in isolation from the wider community, from adults, from those who've been there before the young people. Today, ministry will not be done effectively in isolation. We need the whole church to be there, to listen and to answer and to assist our young people in their faith journey.
Thanks, Gilbert, for joining us. You can find the complete study at barna.org. Just enter the phrase Young Christians in the search bar.